Hi crafters and welcome. So today is Sunday, April 26th, and I'm going to show you a card we're going to make together using the Rainbow of Thanks. This is an online exclusive, available now, and then I'll show you a couple other cards that I did since yesterday. So for this card today, we're going to go with Rainbow. We're going to go our Roy G. Biv. Now you may choose different colors for your Roy G. Biv, your rainbow colors, but this is what I'm going to do. I've also taken a piece, this is just an envelope that I got in the mail, and I just cut it out because we're going to mask off in the middle of our card and layer. All right, so let's go ahead, and I'm going to make this 3 3/4 by 5. And that's all we'll use the cutter for now. I am going to take my Secret C, and I am going to put the Rainbow of Thanks in the middle of this card. So I'm going to stamp that first, then we're going to put the mask over it. So this is Secret C. Let me get this down here so I can get it a little bit centered, hopefully. All right, we're going to take that as good enough. All right. So let me go ahead and we're going to mask. Ooh, for those of you who don't like looking at things. So I'm going to do this at near the bottom because I am going to put, since I didn't get really circled or centered, I'm going to put something above that. So I'm going to cover up that so when we're stamping, it doesn't go. It doesn't, you can kind of see it underneath there, but that way it won't go over the words. And maybe I should make it a little thinner. No, I want to leave it up there so it looks like it's more centered here. All right, I'm going to take my little pieces here, and I am going to do these around the edges. So you know what, I'm going to do that. All those in Secret C too. So let's go. Brush, roller, smaller brush, and then go ahead again. We'll go brush, roller, and a small brush. Now let me grab my microfiber just to get some of this off so I don't contaminate. All right, so then we go. You know what? I probably should have that if I was smart. Let's see. Let me get that envelope out again. It's going to be, I usually don't like having anything underneath there just because it can affect the way you stamp, but we'll go ahead and do this and see how it works out. All right, then the brush. Oh, I haven't even been counting these. Roy G. Biv. Roy, oh, I may not get enough. We might not have all of the. Let me see before I do. So Roy G. Biv. Roy G. B. I. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to get them all in there. Let me bring this a little more out that way. Let me just do this one here. So is there any place where I could probably put, see, I could put something there. Can I put another roller there? All right. So that's it for the Secret C. Get that off. All right. Now we're going to do, and I'm going to do one at a time. Trying to see. This is my roller. I want to put this by what it is. This is the little brush, and this is the paintbrush, I believe. Yeah, because that's more square. All right, let me get this again. Just get that off of there. All right, so if we're starting with the red, yeah, I have all sorts of, oh, no, I didn't want to do that. Oh, now I took my label off. Did you see that? All right. I didn't want to take these off. So we have the red, R-O-Y-G-B-I-V, R-O-Y-G-B-I-V. Oh, I have too many now, right? R-O-Y-G-B-I-V, R-O-Y-G-B-I-V. I do have one too many, so I'll just do a pink there. I'll grab a pink. All right, so that's it for that one. For the roller, that's going to be your orange, and I will be opening these back up because we have to do the little stripes. All right, and I need to get this to clean them off. Hopefully, yep, that's wet. All right, so let's and then this one. All right. Yeah, because I'm going to do that one pink. And that will break it up between those two. All right. I should probably just have those. All right, so now the little paintbrush. All right. All right, so let's just clean these all off. Now you got to be careful. I'm over here on the side. See how when you're rubbing, that comes up? So you got to be careful with these, that you're not going to lose them, because they're very small. They're very easy to lose. And since they are so small, they're not going to have a lot of sticking surface to your blocks. All right, so here's the green. All right, and then it's the brush. And then we'll go backwards on the brush strokes. So now we're going to get our blue. All right, so that is the paintbrush. and the roller. All right. And now what I'm saying for indigo is, I know to me, blue is blue, indigo is lighter, but it might be the other way around. This might be blue, this might be indigo, but this is the way I'm doing it. So let me do the roller first. I need the roller, and I need the little paintbrush. And then the violet. Now this is a very strong color, so we'll wonder if I should stamp it off once. No, I think it'll be all right. And then the paintbrush. And then let's go ahead and get, let me grab out my Flirty Flamingo for the pink. And that's the roller. All right, so there we go. So now we'll put these little tiny ones over here for now, because these have to get washed off and I don't want them, especially those little tiny ones, to get lost. All right, now let's do, this is what's going to be fun, because these are so long, but yet we only want it to go essentially to there. So let's start with the purple. So this is the paintbrush. Oh, this is, let's see. So this is the roller, right? That's the roller. This is, no, this is the roller. This is the roller. So let me put that by the roller. This is the paintbrush. And this is the small paintbrush. All right, so let's do first the paintbrush. And I'm only going to ink up a small portion of that. See how I'm doing that? Just a small little portion. And I am going over the brush area that we just stamped just a little bit. And see, and that's why. Because you're going to have that little bit of a shadow effect. All right, so there's that one. And then we have the small one here. I wonder if I just want to do, maybe I'll just do the end like that. I really should have thought about this a little bit more before I did this. But that's me. Welcome to my world. All right, so here's the roller. And then the little paintbrush. All right. The darker blue. So we have paintbrush. Sorry, I want to get some of that off. I went way too far in. Yeah, did turn out very great. All right, and here we have the end of the roller. The green is the paintbrush in the roller. I'm going to do a little bit more of this because this is a little further away. And then the paintbrush. Let's see, let's just get a little bit of the end of that paintbrush. Yellow. We have the small now. This one, before going to yellow, we want to make sure the stamp is really cleaned off good, because any dark color will stay. Well, of course, I have sparkle on my yellow. See that? I was glittering. Oops, I might have just got that in my phone case. I was glittering, and yeah, got a little bit too much glitter on. Oh, and both of the yellow are the small brush, so that's good. This one went pretty straight, but I'm going to go in an angle. All right, I got a little bit off. We're going to pretend like we don't see that. I can get my sand eraser. See if I can get some of that off of there. All right, it's almost gone. It's almost gone. There. Not as bad as it was. Okay, now we're going to do orange. Orange is both the rollers. Ooh, that didn't sound good. So let's go like that. Oh, I think that's too far, because it's very, so I'm just going to go barely over. All right, red. Red is this paintbrush and that paintbrush. So oh, too much. Got too much on the red. There we go. And finally, my Flirty Flamingo, which is the roller brush. And I'm going to angle this one too because of that purple. Okay, let's see in the grand scheme of things how this turned out. Oh no, is it going to rip the paper? Just keep going around, pulling at diagonal. If you pull it at diagonal, you're less likely to rip your paper. I do hear some tearing though. Probably didn't let the glue dry long enough. All right. So what we're going to do here is I'm just going to take what's left in my yellow brush. I don't think there's hardly anything on there. I'm just going to kind of do a little bit of a color in there. Oh, I don't know where it goes back. All right, I'm just laying it down. All right, and then we're going to do some embellishments. Let's just do the antique pearls. I think that will look good, and I'll make sure that I don't use any that I've colored on, because see, a lot I've colored on. So I'll use this size here. Grab one of my take your pick tools. I mean, if you wanted to color these, you could. I'm not going to. My proportions are a little off there too. All right, I'll put those away in a little bit. Get some of this cleaned up here. Throw that back in the garbage. Let's get some of these back over here so they're not so much in the way. All right. Now, what color do I want underneath there? I'm thinking I want to go completely off of anything that was stamped. So let's see how this looks and if it's even big enough. Oh, it's just a little, you know what, I'm going to take just a smidgen off here. Because now I can have that really thin. I'm going to take a smidgen off here too. All right, that looks good. Just a really thin layer there. I have my base of a cardstock here. Let me grab my seal. Oh, is this the one that's out? Is this the one? Oh, this is the one that's turning on itself. So let me get a good one here. All right, and you want to hover, because if you have it right on 3 of the sides, the 4th side, if you've cut it right, should be correct. All right, and here's this. Let's just go ahead, fold this in half, grab one of my bone folders. We're going to put that right in the middle there. All right, and there you have it. Just a fun little way to use that rainbow look. Now, I did not put any embellishments on this one, but I'm thinking now that I will use, because these will be retiring, right? Are these the, oh no, these are around for another year. So I'm thinking I'll use the strawberry slush, just to add a little shine and sparkle. Okay, so here's that. I used the brush strokes to create a plaid look. You can see some places I didn't get the full of the brush. I actually got the ends. But so just for like a little plaid look, I'm thinking I should have done another little, because we have this one. I could have made that, oh, when I could. You make this a little more straight on your brush. And then I could have gone, another little line. All right, there's an idea for that. But here, let me let it go back to normal, because it's normally a little bit curved. There we go. But so that's what I did with those brush strokes to make a plaid look. Here I did a shorter rainbow version. Here I actually colored these in with the matching blends. And then these are from the mini alphabet, just black letters cut out. So there you have it. What do you think of it, guys? If you don't mind, give me that thumbs up. If you have a friend who likes more simple stamping, tell them about my channel. See if they want to subscribe. I'm getting closer to 500. I'm under 20 now to get to 500, so I appreciate your help. Hope you enjoyed this. Have a great Sunday, and we'll see you soon. Bye for now.